Welcome to MMO Grinder Sidequest, where I take a look at early open or closed betas, subscription trials, and simpler titles, giving you a quick first impression. Today I'll be looking at Fire Emblem Heroes, Nintendo's third foray into the mobile market. Considering Pokemon Go wasn't under their development team, Super Mario Run is still an iOS exclusive, and Miitomo is just kind of a thing that exists. Luckily, Fire Emblem Heroes is a lot more in my wheelhouse, even if it's just another entry in the dime-a-dozen gacha-focused hero collection genre. But I kinda like Fire Emblem, so here we go. Whether you're a hardcore Fire Emblem veteran, fumbling through a Famicom import with a sheet of kanji translations, someone who hopped on board after seeing Marth and Smash and found out what this brutal franchise was all about when it arrived stateside via Game Boy Advance, or someone who just got into the series when it morphed into a less brutal Ugu Kawaii waifu petting simulator. Casualization is the name of the game here, as it's an extreme simplification of Fire Emblem into all its aspects, especially in graphics and gameplay. The game features the simplest maps in the series to date, all of it made to fit entirely on your phone's screen with no need or ability to scroll them. There's no fog of war maps, no risk of sending your favorite cavalier off to get nuked by 3 off-screen mages, and no massive armies to slog through, as an enemy team can consist of 3 to 6 characters, while players are limited to squads of 4. Small maps also restrict player movement greatly, as heavy armors can only move 1 square, standard heroes 2, and mounted or flying heroes a whopping 3. The characters, while shown in static images, are drawn by various artists, but all seem to fit Fire Emblem's distinct anime style. Each character has a different credited voice actor, which is a nice touch, though they only ever have to read a few scant lines for each one. The sprites that do battle are extremely toned down and simplified, chibi animated versions of each character, though. And these are what move around the battlefield or engage in combat. Whether you find this cute and charming, or just stupid looking, is up to you. I really don't mind it, but don't expect any flashy 3D battles. The simple style goes even as far to color-code the weapon triangle the series is famous for, making these swords beat axes, which beat lances, which beat swords, into a simple red beats green beats blue color coding that even carries over into the elemental spells. Archers, ninjas, and healers are still colorless, and flying units still take bonus damage from archers. Another move to simplification is making all the ranged classes ranged and all the melee classes melee. While the Fire Emblem series had plenty of exceptions to this rule, as only archers were forced to attack at range, while ninjas and mages could attack at any distance, and some characters were able to equip weapons that would allow them to attack at range or vice versa, Heroes only allows the latter, with scant few characters and abilities, leading to a serious problem with balance I'll get into in a bit. This simplicity makes for a perfect hop-in and out mobile game, even if it comes under threat from some typical mobile game hangups. There's a stamina meter that costs points of energy to enter maps, increasing greatly the higher in level you go. The restoration rate is somewhat fair, but it can be frustrating when you're trying to level up your squad. PvE modes consist of the story campaign, a grindable training tower, and special maps which change with the game's promotion, where you can earn some more characters and goodies. Arena battles, the asynchronous one-sided PvP mode, will have you facing off against another player's squad of 4 characters that are just controlled by the computer, and you're awarded points for successful attacks as well as successful defenses. You only have 3 free entries per day, and the score you collect after 7 rounds, or your first loss, will reset each time and place you on the leaderboard. You'll find the higher you get in level, the balance in this mode seems to be completely broken. What also makes Arena frustrating is that the hero feathers awarded weekly depending on your high score are the only way to upgrade your hero's ranking past a certain point. Upgrades don't come cheap, and feathers are given out at a painfully slow rate. If you're not lucky enough to roll 5-star characters, trying to upgrade one of your 4-star characters feels borderline impossible. In fact, star ranking can be that entirely unfair advantage that you need to get an edge in PvP, where a single 5-star of equal level can, depending on who the character is, take out the entire enemy team during a round of counterattacks, especially early on. The problem is that some characters remain that overpowered. A 5-star Roy grows to be borderline useless unless he has triangle advantage, while a 5-star Takumi can take out a fully powered squad with his completely BS speed, power, and combo abilities. Seriously, have they nerfed him yet? Because Arena mode is completely insufferable with him around. Heroes are summoned by collecting orbs, either by completing certain missions or just outright buying the orbs. When you choose to summon, you spend 5 orbs for your first chance at 5 potential characters, and if you stick with unlocking the remaining 4 that they've given you, the amount of orbs decreases slightly. You can summon all 5 heroes on the page for a total of 20 orbs, instead of having to pay 5 each time. Of course, it's possible the potential types you're given won't just match up to what you need. I swear this game is allergic to giving me green heroes now. You earn XP to power up heroes in matches, as long as they aren't too high in level disparity. Upon slaying heroes, you'll get the most expertise, as well as some SP, or skill points, used to unlock better attacks and passives. If your hero dies in battle, they won't be permadead as the former Fire Emblem staple, but they will lose any progress they made in that match. Experience, levels, what have you, are all set back to whatever they were before the match started. PvE modes will let you revive your entire squad if it goes down, only if you have a Light's Blessing item or spend an orb. Orbs also let you refresh your stamina if you don't have any potions, grant you more arena entries if you don't have any dueling swords. Basically, they're the paid currency that'll let you do anything but upgrade heroes, so make of that what you will. Upgrading is the real struggle, so you may just be better off tossing everything to the roulette wheel that is summoning, as pricey as that gets, or as slow as it gets if you're just trying to earn those orbs. A recent addition now allows you to use the unwanted or duplicate heroes to transfer a choice of 3 skills, instead of just sacrificing them on the skill points altar. So if I can find another hero with a counter passive, I might actually be able to give Takumi a decent fight for once. Overall, this game pretty much only works as a casual title, and my excitement for the game died down pretty fast once I started getting up in levels, and heading into the lunatic difficulty content. My most recent visits have fared better, but it's not as easy to want to play the amount I was back in February. This has been an MMO Grinder Sidequest, and it's time I logged out.